Yo, what's up everyone? This is Kaizouwar here. So Xenoblade Chronicles X has had an overview trailer from like 2 days ago, and I guess it's time to actually talk about it. Because I have been interested in Xenoblade Chronicles X since like the Wii U era. I never had a Wii U back in the day. My brother has a Wii U, but I never bothered like buying Xenoblade Chronicles X because I just wasn't interested enough to buy the game, but I was interested in nonetheless. And that came out because of the music. Like Hiroyuki Sawano was like a legend even back then. So hearing his music in a game that's like with mechs and everything that looks that good, like, oh damn man, I have to play this. But I never got a chance to. So I just pretty much started listening to his music on loop all the time and never even bothered touching Xenoblade X. And that was before I actually got into Xenoblade, because I didn't get into Xenoblade until early 2022, I think, right? And I played Xenoblade Chronicles 2, then I went back and played Torna, then I played Xenoblade Chronicles 1, then I managed to catch up to Xenoblade Chronicles 3, then I played Future Redeemed, and there we go. I'm actually caught on all my Xenoblade stuff. The only thing I haven't played yet was X, and this is my perfect opportunity because I'm definitely going to get this game when it drops. So, character customization. A strange thing, right? Because no other Xenoblade game does this, right? This Xenoblade X is the only game that you get to customize a character in, which is cool because it sets it apart from other Xenoblade games, because this is a journey that's more about you rather than just a journey about another character. You know, I mean, I know Elma is essentially the main character for Xenoblade Chronicles X, but you can make your own character. You're not making Elma, damn it. And I like the idea that they went back and added new hairstyles and stuff like that. You know, they added Pyra's hairstyle, Mia's hairstyle, Mithra's hairstyle, Malice's hairstyle. I like that. And you know, I'm sure we're gonna see more when the game does come out, if they start showing more trailers of the game and stuff like that. But I'm happy to see that they actually went back and added like hairstyles from the newer games back in X, because they're treating X like a whole new game at this point. Yeah, it's the definitive edition, but it's kind of like Xenoblade Chronicles 1 definitive edition, where they're going to treat this as a whole new game. This is going to be more than just a port. This is going to be like a whole new game for a lot of people who never even get the chance to play Xenoblade X, and I think that's super cool. Now, I'm going to move on past all the explanation of what Mirror is. We already know. Aliens attack. Ship gets blown up. Crash land on planet. Discover planet. That's it. That's pretty much that. The setup for Xenoblade X. There's more to it, but I'm not going to get into it right now. That's not the point of this video. The point of this video is me gushing about all the other goddamn things I can see in this trailer, like the graphics. The game already looks great. Monolith Sauce are cracked. They're absolutely insane. And keep in mind, this game came out in 2015. This is just a better looking game that already looked good, just on stronger hardware. And I think that's crazy, man. Like just seeing stuff like New LA in general, like seeing just a city in the middle of this alien planet is so cool. Like, I love city levels. Like, I love big city levels. I love that shit. Like, inject that stuff into my veins this instant, right? I love the way in LA looks. Goddamn, it looks great. Just love the direction. And like, obviously, this is just only one small part. It's just the hub area. It's just one small part of the game, because out there in the world, you got big ass Mira, no loading zones. You can just go from one giant area of Mira all the way to the other end without the goddamn cave, change, like, literally loading for you. I can't really talk about the gameplay too much because I don't know much about the gameplay for Xenoblade Chronicles X, but I am aware of the game looking like, the palette, the way that they set the arts up looks like Xenoblade Chronicles 1, which makes sense. This game came after 1. There really isn't much I can even say about it. I can't talk about the UI because I heard that people have literally complained about Xenoblade X's UI looking extremely small, and from what screenshots I've seen of the original game and gameplay, yeah, the UI was insanely small. I have bad vision, my peripheral is terrible, and I have to really get up on something because I'm nearsighted, so I have to like literally get up on something in order to see it. And yeah, that UI is tiny. I don't think I would have ever made it through the whole game without getting a migraine or some shit. But I'm happy to report that the game actually looks legible. I can actually see the stuff in the game. Pretty cool. They changed up how the health bars look. They changed up how like the character portraits look. You can actually see everything. They have something in the corner about the overdrive, which I heard was a huge complaint that people that had no idea how overdrive worked because the game barely had any decent tutorials. And they actually added something in the corner like they do in Xenoblade Chronicles 2, where they show like, okay, they show you how the arts are like, you can set them up where you could trigger overdrive and stuff like that, or you can trigger special conditions about what, depending on the arts you use. And I think that's super cool. I like that. So now you actually get decent tutorials. I really wish Monolith Soft can retroactively go back to their old games and add better tutorials. There's also the scales they show off. Again, I can't say much about the scales, but damn, they look cool. And I know that some people say that you won't be able to get your scale to like 30 hours into the game. Bummer, but I'm okay with that. I think that the game still probably will be good enough to warrant you playing 30 hours to get the mechs. It's just kind of funny that the mechs are like one of the most known thing about Xenoblade Chronicles X, and you won't be able to get it until a decent chunk into the game, which is nothing wrong with that. I think the ground combat might hold you over long enough. I don't know. But, there's probably a lot of emphasis put on the ground combat. I mean, considering the fact that you can jump super high and you take no goddamn fall damage. They had to have given you a lot of crazy stuff on ground movement in order to, make up for the fact you won't be able to get the mechs way later. Plus, the fact you can do mech combat in the air is actually super cool. That's like something I would have dreamed of if I was a kid, having an RPG based around mechs. Yeah, there's a lot of RPGs based around mechs, not the first Xeno game to actually do it. But still, I like the idea of seeing, more combat, seeing more, just more combat. Like, the game looks fun. Like, the game looks really fun. And, like, considering they're probably going to change a lot from, like, the original version, which, again, I've never played, I'm sure this game will be one of the more polished Xenoblade games out there. Like how Xenoblade Chronicles 3 learned from what didn't work in Xenoblade Chronicles 1 and 2, and made a polished battle system that people really enjoy. And I assume that X is going to be the same thing. Just figure out what didn't work in those games and try, work off of that. I like the fact that this game has multiplayer. I was aware of the multiplayer, but I didn't know I didn't know about like what multiplayer did. So basically, you can get up to 32 people and do missions together, which damn, that's a lot of people. You can also gather 4 more people and like do like missions and run around the world together, which I think that's super sick. I really wish more Xenoblade games allowed you to do that. Like, just gather more people, have like ghosts of like Rex or Shulk or Noah, and have run around the world, because the world are big enough to accommodate so many more people. Like, that would be super cool. But other than that, I really can't say much about the story stuff because I'm not familiar with the story of Xenoblade Chronicles X. I don't know, and I honestly don't know anything about the new stuff they're adding. But what I can mention is something a little bit Xenosaga related. So, to my understanding, there are these enemies called ghosts in the game, right? And they can turn people into salt. And for those who don't know, that's a biblical reference, but also there were enemies called the Gnosis in Xenosaga that can turn people into salt. And, considering the stuff they're adding into this game, and like, I definitely hope to God we're going to get a teaser for anything Xenosaga related in this game. I'm so happy about this. Like, damn it. It could just all be just a callback, But I have been known to overanalyze things. I have been known to reach heavily for certain things. So I am gonna guess that Xenoblade X is gonna tie into Xenosaga somehow. If we already got references to it in Xenoblade Chronicles 3 Future Redeemed, I can already tell we're gonna get some stuff here in Xenoblade X, and I'm super excited about that whenever that does happen. But that's all I can really say about the trailer. Not much I can say. I don't know much about X to talk about it, really. But I'm excited. There's too many games coming out. There's too many games coming out at the beginning of this year for me to keep up with. Good lord. But yeah, Xenoblade X will actually complete my Xenoblade journey at this point. And this is a game I've been keeping my eye on since 2015. It's kind of crazy that it's all coming back around now. I'm sure this game's going to sell really well, though. I feel like this game's going to sell gangbusters the moment it's released. I can already feel it in my bones. Watch. This game is going to be the best-selling Xenoblade game. Like, it's going to, sell more than Xenoblade Chronicles 2. I can feel it in my bones, man.